Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 50th episode of Uchuu Kyoudai, or Space Brothers. And last episode, still continuing our hike through the wilderness, through the desert, whatever, cactuses and stuff. And then we ended off on Nita saying he had to go back, and I guess we'll see what, because he has to offer some sort of explanation to the rest of the people, so I'm looking forward to see what that is, so let's get into it and find out. 3, 2, 1, play. I'll never get used to that acronym. You don't want to be an ass can. You just don't. I'm a little bit on the tired side, I will admit. I did not sleep well, but... Oh yeah, when he saved him from the snake or whatever, right? I'm saving your life! Or, yeah, that's where they got the gun. Cat wallpaper. Hey Boots, you want to be my wallpaper? No, you just sleep it under the desk. And that's where we ended off on. Opening? Yeah, opening. So I guess he will clarify after the opening finishes. Which I guess I can wait a couple minutes. But yeah, my cat just lays under my desk. He's this big cat that takes up a lot of space. So I already have a limited amount of area where I can put my legs, and it makes it even more difficult. I really don't like my desk, if I'm honest, but... Oof. Yeah, if Hibito tried to headbutt someone like Muta did early on, the E would poke an eye out. Nita and Muta. Or Nita to Muta if you read the Japanese, which is very not different at all than the English title. Gotta explain if you're gonna do this, so gotta offer some explanation, dude. Like, I want details. There's something. Yeah, Lorian, don't talk to Muta too much. I know you want to show him your cool shirt, but not yet. Yeah, you know that thing has been on the whole time. Oh, okay. Okay. He dropped the phone. That's what he has to go back for. Okay. I wasn't sure what he meant when he said he got to go back, but how could you drop it if it's that important to you? Like, I've literally never dropped my phone. Yeah, why are you allowed a phone? We didn't get to bring phones. We don't get to have Candy Crush at Pokemon Go. Yeah, it must be pretty important if you are willing to go back for it and lose a lot of time. What exactly is the call? Like, you weren't the leader today, so not calling the shots. Yeah, that's how you get stuck in a ditch. Might end up with a fight here. Buy you a new phone. You can text your sister the new number. There's gotta be a phone shop around here somewhere, right? Or that. We are gonna lose a lot of time by doing this. That's a problem. He's a leader. Yeah, you kind of have to follow his lead. That's the whole idea of being a leader, is that they lead and you follow and you obey and you cook. It's a pretty high up outlet. I could go for some food right about now. In fact, I should probably, speaking of phones, I should probably do something real quick to avoid my alarm going off in like 10 minutes. So I'll turn that off. Coming out, at least enough for the food. Is this guy like a full-on hikikomori? Yeah, we still don't know a lot about that, do we? I'm trying to think what we know so far. We know Nita lashed out at him over an incident. Yeah, if I was Nita, I feel pretty bad making the whole group go back like this. Well, why did you have to drop your phone? This is really your fault, you know. That's definitely true. As long as it didn't break it when he dropped it. Of course you can. There's your food. We'll look for the phone. Giving Kanji the gun. Yeah, I would trust him with it more than anyone else, really, in that group. We're off. Why must you lay there, kitty cat? I can't get my legs in a good position because you're right there. What now? Yeah, probably. That's what you meant? Wow. I guess Kenji got the good end of this deal. Unintentionally giving his friend a harem. Just so silly, Mutsu. Because he's a good leader and all that, you know? And as always, a nice guy. I wonder how long it will take to actually find the phone, though. Yeah, he hasn't explained much at all about what the specifics of the call. I think that sentence was wrong. Threw me off. Yeah. Two years. Yeah. Definitely Hikikomori. He does seem to be pretty unhappy. I don't like how close you're laying to my chords, Boots. Makes me nervous. Yeah, that sounds like a Hikikomori, alright. That is what my cat looks like right now. Kind of laying there. It could though. It could though. That's the thing. So still no sign of the phone though. Kazuya. Not a bad name. Well, that's cool. Going to space is definitely a pretty big leap from being a hikikomori. About as big of a leap as you could possibly do. Uh, 25. Almost as old as me. Pretty cool to have a brother that's an astronaut. And made it to the moon. Yeah, jealous of having such an awesome brother. Yeah. Was the phone call gonna happen? Yeah, he said that, but then he lost the phone. Yeah, time difference. Because at least for me, 4 p.m. in Japanese time would be midnight. Well, you're not gonna be able to call him if you break the phone. The weather, you just dial it and say, "Ii tenki desu ne." O genki desu ka? Whatever you say. It's currently been turned off. But yeah, I could definitely see it bothering him a lot if he finally works up the resolve to call his brother and then his brother just doesn't pick up. Like, I could see that bothering him quite a bit. Especially if he did say he would definitely answer, so. Well, hopefully we'll find it. You don't know that, though. I think he's at least considering it. Well, do you even know where you dropped it, roughly? Well, let's find that phone. Too bad nobody there has a phone they could call it, because then they could hear it ring whenever they wanted it to. How would you know? Oh, yeah, that makes sense, because that's where they would stop. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, oh yeah, he probably dropped it when he was tackled by the snake. Yeah, that makes sense. I can't believe I didn't think of that. I'm almost positive that's when he dropped it. That would make way too much sense. Of course, if you get suddenly tackled, you would, drop your phone. In which case, that would make it Muta's fault. In which case, Muta, it makes sense that he would want to make up for that if he feels responsible. So yeah, a lot of things make sense now. Probably shouldn't sprint when we're supposed to be conserving energy for our hiking. Is this still losing the temper thing? Yeah, I don't think that would help him come out at all. Well, that's still pretty cool. Yeah, you know. Yeah, sounds legit. To have a big brother that doesn't yell at him. Man, they're sweating so much. Even though it's so cold. Should be around here somewhere. Are we seeing it or? Yeah, I think you actually saw it. So, congrats. Hopefully it's in time. Well, that's good, but I guess he wasn't able to answer it in time. Well, yeah, there might be another chance. But that's what we end off on. Okay. That was the 50th episode of Space Brothers. And this episode, we found out what the deal was. He dropped the phone. And we found out, yeah, that was probably because Muta tackled him, which would kind of make it Muta's fault. I mean, Muta tackled him for a good reason, so it's nothing to feel too bad about, but still, very unfortunate that the phone was dropped. Because he was really counting on that phone call coming through at around that time, and it did in the end. However, he did not get to it in time, so the brother called and he was not able to answer it, so definitely not an ideal result there at all. But the fact that the brother did call in the end, that definitely shows some progress on that front at least, even though we did take a little bit of a step back with not answering it probably, but still it was a good sign nonetheless. And at least we found the phone. That's also a good thing, because it is kind of hard to find something that you drop in the middle of the desert, you know. But luckily, nighttime flashing light, we knew roughly where it was, so it did work out pretty well for the most part, aside from, missing the call, which is, of course, a big deal. But yeah, we got a little bit more into the relationship between the brothers. Like, before this episode, I'm trying to think what we actually knew before this episode. We knew that whatever the issue was involved his brother. We knew we got angry at him at some point. I think we knew we wanted to try to get him to live with him. That's all I can remember we knew before this episode. But yeah, we got a lot more details on the brother, like the name. No, it wasn't Kazuma. Hakuya. I'm blanking on his name, which is weird because I said I liked it. I don't know. It was something like that though. But anyway, yeah, brothers. There's a brother thing there going on, similar to Hibito and Muta. That's kind of why Nita had the thoughts on Hibito as he did. Really pushed the whole brother thing. Back when they first met and all that. And because yeah, he probably admires Hibito. That's pretty awesome little brother to have. Meanwhile, his little brother is a hikikomori. He probably isn't super proud of currently and wants to help and all that. But yeah, I don't know how much I would really say about that. But yeah, the phone call shows progress, though. I guess that's really what we kind of have to focus on, and hopefully we can recover from having missed the call. Maybe he'll call again. Maybe Nito can try calling him and see what happens from that. But yeah, the mother, whatever, sister, whatever that was, telling him that that Nita would definitely answer the phone, and then him not doing it after he called him, that definitely is going to do some damage, but hopefully it's nothing we can't come back from. That's just kind of, I guess it's just what we have to hope for right now. There was a little bit of comedy with the episode with the whole Kenji harem thing, but mostly it was as serious as usual for this sort of thing. Yeah, that's all I really have to say on the episode. So, thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.